So hey guys, Tomer here and welcome. Remember, well, I'm currently uploading the other video. You're gonna see. I'm gonna upload 2 videos. Actually, I'm gonna upload 3 videos today. I found the article. I have recorded the previous video. You might have watched it. It's essentially about the developer of Huniepop talking about this review. I have found this review. I have found it and I can read it to you. So let's review it. Let's see. What did this guy write? By the way, this guy, Lucas White, the guy who wrote this. You see, of course, in the previous video I said that the developer accused him of being a bleeding heart social justice warrior. That is absolutely correct. I checked his Twitter. He has literally quoted Ian Miles Chong. He has literally retweeted Ian Miles Chong. He has actually said things that anti-Gamergate are saying. He's a social justice warrior. I have absolutely confirmed it. So, let's read this article. Let's see how inaccurate it is. Alright, I've actually read it before, but I wanted to show you that this is the state of video games journalism right now. There comes a point in every person's life when they look up at the situation they're in and think to themselves, what the hell am I doing? This revelation can strike any time, during a class for a useless degree, a waning relationship, a drug deal with a co-worker. My moment of clarity, if you will, hit me when I needed it the most, in the midst of a frantic dash for 3 duel matches, as I worked to build a lazily drawn, not anime girls, O-meter. Oh my god. Oh my Jesus. This sentence, this last sentence, lazily drawn. You see, I see people, when people are like, this game is bad, other people are like, well, can you make a better game? I don't agree with that type of logic. I really don't. I don't agree with that type of logic because you don't have to make a game, you don't have to make a better game to criticize a bad game. However, when people say lazily drawn, accuse a drawing, the person who is drawing something, of being lazy, and specifically when the type of drawing is this. Does this seem lazy to you? It absolutely doesn't seem lazy to me. And I doubt that Mr. Lucas over here could do much better, you know? I really doubt it. But yeah. So, yeah, I really want to see him do better. Because when it comes to art, you can say a painting is shit. I do expect you to make a much better painting. Specifically, like, when something is shit, people realize it's shit. If it's like created in MS Paint, and it's very... You can understand when something is lazy. But you can't call this lazy. You can't fucking call this lazy. This is not lazy. Come on. It brought me back to reality. Back from the dark place in the back of my head where I go when I need to retreat from the world's ugliness. In other words, I act like a child because the world is an ugly, cold place. Yep. Great job. Good job. Good job. Alright, let's move on. This happened just as the screen faded and the poor voice actress bored moans. Bored moans, you fucking retard. Oh my god, I need to show you the voice acting from Huniepop. I might be able to do that. Alright, so, green volume and doused in effects. I was rewarded with yet another CG image of a naked woman in an inhuman pose, covered in fluids. Because apparently sex is inhuman. The poses in sex are inhuman. And covered in fluids. What did you expect? This is fucking sex. You idiot. You literally talk and act like a fucking child. But what did I expect from a social justice warrior? Really, what? Yes, I'm reviewing an adult game. A match 3 adult game. A Kickstarted match 3 adult game. A Kickstarted match 3 adult game that received over 50 grand. Because people like it. So, guys, played for the puzzles, Mom, I swear. So, here's the deal. Your character is a perpetually virginal loser. You're so essentially hopeless, you incur the wrath of the love goddess. And she sends an almost naked fairy lady to turn dates with women into a video game. That's incorrect. This is incorrect. This is absolutely incorrect. Just like, yes, you are a virginal loser. That's true. Sexually hopeless, yes. Incur the wrath of the love goddess, yes. Since an almost naked fairy lady, yes. But she doesn't turn dates with women into a video game. You're just trying to get laid as much as possible. That's the reality here. Because that's your only skill. No, the main character has no skill. Not a single one. You're actually so terrible at life, the fairy girl sees your case as a special challenge, exactly, and goes the extra mile to make sure you get laid, and often. Exactly. The projection in Huniepop's really bad, but who is surprised? Writing. Really bad! Oh my god. Oh jeez. I wanna show you some videos. I'll have the Jacksepticeye playlist in the description, and you can judge for yourselves on whether or not the characters are lazily drawn, and on whether or not the writing is really bad. I'll have it in the description below, and you can judge it, and you can, you know, tell me what you think. Because I absolutely don't think this. I don't think this. The writing is very good. That you can cut it with a disapproving grimace. Yes, because apparently telling people you're doing nothing, go out there and do something, is not encouragement. No. It's just this game is literally saying, idiot, get up, do something with your life. It's literally this inspirational type of deal behind this whole thing that really makes me love this game. It's one of the reasons I love this game, but specifically I love it because of the characters. I love it because of the characters, that's it. So anyways, let's move on. With your new gamified romance powers, not true. You get to stalk a group of women with your magic radar phone. That is true. Stalk them, not exactly, but with your magic radar phone, yeah, you do have that. And ask them invasive questions out of the blue. I wouldn't call them invasive. You're wrong there. You're absolutely wrong. Because that's totally how approaching women works. You're literally demanding realism from this game. Are you literally doing that? Wow, you're an idiot. You can also go out on a date, which takes you to Huniepop's pretend gimmick. I mean, seriously, there's porn. The puzzle stuff, as Huniepop's Kickstarter pitch so eloquently puts it. Yep, that's pretty much it. The puzzle stuff. Like, read this sentence. So eloquently puts it. This guy has such an unnatural hatred for the developer, and you can see it right here. You can absolutely see it right here. So yeah, here's the part that almost sounds like a real game review. He's admitting that this is not a real game review. Thank you for telling us that you're projecting your own bias into your article, you fucking idiot. Because there's at least $50,000 of people actually interested in Huniepop. It's probably a safe bet not all of the cash money comes from the creative team's family. So, puzzle stuff. You can literally see the butthurt. The butthurt in this article is everywhere. He's so fucking butthurt while writing this. Behind all the cheese, sleaze, and blatant racism of Huniepop, show me the blatant racism. Seriously, it's bad. Like, there is a Hispanic girl, and you buy... Not Hispanic, she's Latina. Don't get them mixed up. Hispanic means she's from Portugal or Spain. Latina means she's from Brazil, Mexico, Chile, and any other place in South America or the Caribbean, pretty much. And you buy her cliche Mexican paraphernalia like maracas as gifts. Because apparently buying things, as I said in the previous video, apparently buying gifts, buying a person something to remind him of his home country is apparently stereotypical and racist. Yep, you idiots win again. Yep, that's great. That's exactly how it works. Like, what would we do in life if we didn't have you idiots here? Wow. Jesus Christ. Fucking retards, man. Let's see. It's a match 3 puzzle game. Alright. It's really the same as any other you can find on a mobile marketplace. but much more refined, with better art style, much better writing, and everything else much better. But you ignore that because it really suits you, doesn't it? Each color corresponds to the romancy stat to appeal to the women you're dating. True. And each one of course, has a favored and not so favored color. True. You have a limited move budget to clear its puzzle, and some broken heart pieces trying to litter the board and screw you up. True. Another piece type giving you points you can use to cash in on gifts, which you unlock over the course of doing creepazoid things elsewhere in Huniepop. What creepazoid things? Most of them counteract the broken heart in some way, because this idiot doesn't know how to spell words. But they can also clear a bunch of the same color piece of what have you. Generally, the frustrating part, and I can't believe I'm writing about being frustrated by a low-rent porn puzzle game, but this is where I am in my relationship with video games right now. Relationship with video games. That's very interesting. Very interesting. Is that as you go on more dates, you have to get more and more points to win. You're literally complaining about the most... Oh my god, jeez. You're literally complaining about the most realistic feature of this game. Yes, girls, when you take them out on marrying dates, will expect more and more from you, from each date. Just like men will try to make it more and more exciting with each date. Because at the end of the day, you're trying to get laid. So yeah. You have to, please, You're going to be focusing far more on making your moves count and match rare pieces to gain more moves. But that's the entire point of this puzzle game. By combos and trying to waste moves on building points for fancy maneuvers. Because you can't. Okay, phew. Anyway, even if you lose the puzzle, nothing bad actually happens to you. Huniepop is thoroughly dedicated to going all out in weird wish fulfillment land. What do you expect? The game to being like, oh, you're a total loser. You can't get any girls. Fuck you. How do you expect the game to do that? You idiot. Huniepop is thoroughly dedicated. Yeah. So it's more of a dating sim as deranged pervert playground. Yup, deranged pervert playground. No, that's wrong. And here we see that this person is an absolute Puritan. Just using the word deranged pervert, these two words in the same sentence, he's a fucking Puritan. Alright, if this doesn't show you that he's a Puritan, I don't know what will. Type of experience, that's what you typically expect from the genre. Time passes, but there is no end to it. You can royally bungle a date. But other than some brief disappointment, your targets... Because let's be real, that's what the women in this game are. Targets. And you're projecting your own social justice bias into the article again. This is not ethical journalism. This is not journalism, actually. This is just your propaganda piece against this game. Alright, let's see. So, yeah, women are targets. Everything in life a person wants to do is a target. Everything. Women have always been targets, men have always been targets. It's not that bad being a fucking target, but I wouldn't expect your ideology to tell you that it's a good thing. Yes, alright, targets, whatever. So if a woman wants to win me, and win my heart, and have me as her boyfriend, she's not seeing me as a target. No, that's absolutely normal. But in this game, you are seeing women as targets, That idiot. Of course women and men see each other as targets. When you're trying to win somebody or something, you have a target. That target is the somebody, Fucking hell, you idiot. Again. Time passes, but there is no end to it. You can royally bangle a date, but other than some brief disappointment to your target's opinion of you doesn't change. Your target's opinion of you doesn't change. Because you've already met them, and they know you're a nice guy, and you just screwed up a little. You see, you have this belief apparently that when a woman or a man dates a man or a woman, that the other person is like, oh, you screwed up, I'm never gonna talk to you again, fuck you. Holy shit. Alright. It doesn't matter what you say or how many times you screw up, you can eventually click your way into each and every girl's pants. Yeah, how many times? Yeah, it's true. You can't exactly screw up. But would you want? Would you want to buy a game? When you want a dating simulator, would you want to buy a game where you can absolutely fail everything? No, you never would. You can eventually click your way into each and every girl's pants with sheer force of will. Absolutely. But I don't see why that's such a bad thing. Even better, simply choosing to speak with a character gives you points you can spend on your stats. Because that's how deep RPG systems work. Oh my goodness. This is absolutely realistic. It is. You can spend this on your stats. And not just that, girls will like you if you actually pick the right answer. The answer they like. And that's absolutely realistic. This whole system is absolutely realistic. You're demanding it to be a deep RPG system experience, even though this is actually very realistic. And you were literally complaining about realism up there a minute ago. You idiot. These upgrades signify booting your returns to Nomad, booting your returns. Oh my god, I can't speak. On matches. And all but entirely remove penalties from the broken heart pieces. That's not true. That's not true. The broken heart pieces are still a danger. Every time. In this game, the broken heart pieces are always a fucking danger. And you can lose a lot from the broken heart pieces. But yeah, it's true. You can make the game a little easier by passion points and shit. But by the passion points, by increasing the passion level of the girl and the upgrades. Yeah, sure. But the broken heart pieces still have an effect. And the big one at that. Because there's no actual time limit or any stakes at all. You forgot to mention that you have certain moves. And you have to make the moves count. You said it above. How can you say there is no actual time? Why should there be time and moves? It's either moves or time. You pick, you know? This game chose move. The developer of this game chose moves instead of, you know, time. And I absolutely agree with that decision. Because there's no actual time limit or any stakes at all, you can simply grind your stats up to maximum, have very little fear of loss until much later in the game, if at all. Yeah, until much later in the game, if at all is not correct. So here we are, Huniepop, a bland puzzle game that pretends to have depth. It doesn't pretend to have depth, it has depth. And you can watch the videos in the description, and you can tell me if it has depth or no. I'm not talking to him now, I'm talking to you guys. Alright. A dating simulator you can't lose that glorifies loserdom. It doesn't glorify loserdom, it tells you, hey idiot, wake up, do something in your life. Which is a very fucking inspirational message, and it's exactly what my friends would tell me. Well, it's exactly what my best friend would tell me. This game literally reminds me of my best friend. It really fucking does. He told me, go out, get some chicks, man. And I'm like, I'm very shy and shit. He was like, come on, go out. So, let's see. A blonde, yeah. And to an uncomfortable level and lame porn. Lame porn. I want people to decide that. To decide on whether or not the porn is lame. But yeah, even if the porn is lame, the game actually has some redeeming qualities and you didn't even talk about them. Like for example, the personalities of the girls. You never mentioned them once in this article. Even though they're pretty much the best thing in my opinion about that game. You didn't, of course it fits you to not talk about the personalities and the voice acting in this game. And it fits you to not give a link, you know, so people can watch, you know, the girls talk with the character. Because here's the thing, all the dialogues in that game are absolutely dialogues that you would have on a day-to-day basis. They're absolutely, the game is absolutely realistic with the dialogues. They got the dialogues. They've got it. They've got the dialogues exactly. Like, yeah. And the porn. The porn. Nobody gives a shit about the porn when you have the personalities of the girls. It's a blast. Dating the girls is a fucking blast. It absolutely is. Anyways, why bother? If you want anime porn, there's plenty of visual novels or eroge or whatever out there featuring much less second-hand embarrassment. Why is this embarrassment? If you want a puzzle game with gimmicks and depth, there's like 50 better options out there. Huniepop is a lose-lose situation. It isn't even worth much of a laugh, frankly. It's just boring. Also, you know, on Steam, it isn't even porn anymore. Huniepop, you forgot to mention that you can get a modification, that you can modify your Steam files to actually have the porn. And the modification was provided by the developer. You didn't even include that, did ya? Let's read the comments though. You probably shouldn't publish a review that spends more time insulting the hypothetical audience than actually reviewing the game. I'm just saying. Exactly. I'm not going to lose any sleep over this hypothetical audience feelings being hurt. Because you're a social justice warrior. But this is not the writer of the article, by the way. The writer is Lucas White. This guy or woman or whatever, his case is no. So you're okay with human beings insulting other human beings, even when it's done over said human beings' personal interests. I agree with this person. This is not okay. And he's like, yes. Good job, idiot. You show that you're a fucking asshole, Casey. Anyways, let's move on. On Tuesday, we will be... let me read also something else. Editor's note. Whatever date, a clause in the first sentence of the fourth paragraph has been removed as to not cause further offense. That paragraph is insulting the audience. And I'm gonna try to find the Wayback Machine, go before this point in time, and see what was actually written there. Because you know what? What was actually written there? Analyzing Huniepop's Match 3 gameplay. Nobody gives a shit. Huniepop doesn't allow its characters to grow. That's a fucking lie. But yeah, whatever. They were essentially insulting the audience on that sentence of the fourth paragraph. That's why they say us to not cause further offense. Because they're a bunch of pussies. And of course they would after they got that outrage in the comments, you'll see later. Of course they would remove that. Also, it was clarified that the Latina's character unique gift is a pair of maracas. God forbid you give a person something from their homeland, as I said before. God forbid. On Tuesday, we'll be running a review of Girly Screamoir Little Witch Romanesque. As you see from that review after it runs, Huniepop received the score it did based on gameplay as well as content. Gameplay as well as content! He didn't go through the entire content, and he talked about only the small puzzle game. This guy then went on to project his own social justice bias into this article. This is not a fucking review. How can you call this a review? Oh my god. I'm gonna give you guys the benefit of the doubt. The issue I have with this particular review is that it doesn't seem to be criticizing the game based on gameplay, but rather because it's a porn game. Viewers come out as condescending and frankly insulting to both the dev and the target audience. Exactly. The only good information I got from it is that the game does not seem to punish you for failing. I'm probably not going to get it for that reason alone. Yeah, that's the only good thing in this entire review, supposedly. Good analysis of the Huniepop, yeah, and tomorrow will be over, yeah. So you know what? I might read that on a later date, but now I'm just a little tired, you know. He actually states the game parts of this game are incredibly shallow, which is funny. What is funny is Gators are claiming that this is deserving Game of the Year and say Gone Home isn't a game at all. It's ridiculous. And an anti-gamer Gator. Can you point me to where I said this should be Game of the Year? Because I'm pretty sure I didn't. Actually, I didn't even say this game is a good game in the first place. But of course you have to project your accusation on these darn gators, right? Just so you know, gators means gamer gators, essentially. I couldn't possibly be concerned gamer trying to find information about a game, right? Slash sarcasm. Exactly! I mean gators in general, but granted you all seem to state to have different mentions. Of course they do, they're a diverse fucking group, unlike you idiots, who repeat everything you people say. And one person says something, you repeat it like fucking broken records. One thing is common, you're all white males with female anime avatars. That's pretty weird. You fucking idiots are all white males. I got blinded from looking at a room full of you because you're that fucking white. And you're accusing gamergaters of being white, when in fact in my previous video I showed a woman who is black, you know? And she's a gamergater. One thing that's pretty... Wow, dudette. That's kind of prejudice and slightly racist. Exactly. I'm not white and you're probably trolling, but I will humor you. The girl in my profile picture is a strong female character from a show I really like. Why should I not be able to use a character that I really like just because it's female? That doesn't make her any less awesome. Exactly. Aren't social justice warriors supposed to encourage gender inclusion? Yeah. What do gators have anything to do with this? How is this at all related to any of this? It isn't. When there is a group of straight white men complaining about being graduated, you can guarantee they are also gators. The developer of this game states they support Derpgate, so yeah, that's why this game is getting as much attention by gators, even though it's just a basic match 3 game. I just feel people like the porn aspect of it. That's exactly why people like it. And I like it personally because of the characters, as I said before. I know the article mentioned otherwise, but even the developers on Steam put a patch in the forums for people to add the content to the game if they wanted. Not that that makes it deserving of Game of the Year, but I like to give the benefit of the doubt that isn't all gamer guys saying this. Exactly! And all the other guys was saying was that the article came off as insulting to the audience, which can happen to anyone. But never mind all that, I commented on this article after it was linked to me, even though it was several months old, without realizing. Sorry to disturb. Yo, but couldn't this guy have reviewed Huniepop without being a fucking dick? Is he going to be a huge fucking dick for girlish grimoire, or am I allowed to fucking to fap to that or whatever? Yeah, I agree with this. Yeah. Alright, you gave it that. I don't give a shit. I think in most cases people are not taking issue with the score, which is what most of your replies keep centering on, but rather the tone of the author takes with respect. Exactly, or as it seems, disrespect towards the audience for the game. I've never been into these kinds of games personally, though I'd probably be all over it if it was a fully fledged quality RPG. Yeah, alright. So I can't really speak to whether this game deserves such harsh criticism, but I can say that as a first-time reader on your site, this article does not make a good first impression. Exactly. Journalists and reviewers are certainly allowed to have opinions and passions, but they need to be conscious of how they relay these ideas, sentiments. This article is devoid of tact and kind of comes off as rude and unpleasant. Maybe his other articles are different. As it stands, I think this article does your site a disservice. That's good to hear. Girlish grimoire. Wait, let me see. So, do I have? No, I deleted it, didn't I? Did I delete it? I don't know. But I don't know if I have the space for this video because this is gonna be a long video. So, I think that the way the end was pretty good. I think supplementing a review is possibly overkill, but whatever. I guess the developers are pissed at you. Even the minor implication that the reader or player is some failure as a human being is going to tend to really upset people nowadays. So we're going to see more of these as the reviews are done, even if the reviews are done more humorously. But this is not humor. I've begun to realize after a long time doing this that there might be as much art in making people feel like shit as I once thought, though it seems like a trend that's going on full stop. Yeah, that's true. You don't do reviews or articles to please developers. It's about explaining honest feelings about the game. It's not honest. You are explaining feelings. You shouldn't be explaining feelings. You should be talking about the game. Fucking hell. Oh my goodness. Let's move on. These days, games journalists are expected to insult their readers. Exactly. Otherwise, they risk being outed as misogynoids and losing their jobs. Gamers are white, evil, male misogynists, should be treated as such. Exactly. These journalists have to bear the burden of proving that they're not at all like gamers, and insulting them is a great way to do it. Exactly. Hi, this is the guy who wrote the article. Actually, there's a single sentence in my review that makes a joke at the audience's expense. And frankly, if I was part of that hypothetical audience, I'm more worried about the assumptions the game is making about me than one sentence review calling it out. But the assumption is that you're a loser, go out there and do something, which is more inspirational than anything. You, on the other hand, felt the need to insult the audience because they liked this game. And people can like this game for different reasons, you idiot. Not the assumption that I think the audience are people who still live with mom based on one of your sub-headings. I make more money than you. I am married and in my 30s. Pretty confident on this fact, and this game is hilarious and enjoyable. There! Lucas! Fucking burn! You fucking idiot! Lucas! How does that feel, Lucas? How does the burn feel, man? Dude, are you really not familiar with the... I just read X Dirty Magazine for the articles cliche. Like, that's all the line is, a reference to that. Come on, Herbert, lighten up a bit. Given the current atmosphere of journalism, you should how that would be taken. Exactly. Reviews and journalism. Journalism and criticism are two different mediums. That's not true. I don't think you understand the word medium, but I'm glad people are calling out their own biases and not trying to pass something like this off as journalism. Bravo! Exactly. Oh my god. It's a nice thing I have adblock, because nothing would make me sadder than giving money to a judgmental asshole. Exactly. And I wouldn't even play this game, but FFs. You are actually insulting players who would play this. Bronies exist, furries exist, and you insult people who make wank to a erotical game. This is the most preposterous thing I've seen in a month. Bravo, stupid journalism. Stupid journalists, bravo. My faith in humanity has been restored. These people know what the fuck is going on. Really, this game could be the most disastrous and horrible and bigoted game to be released, period. And it still wouldn't justify insulting the audience or the developers. This is a bad form and you really shouldn't be defending this. Exactly. Decent damage control. Well, I now know which game news outlet I don't have to follow. Exactly. Huniepop received the score earned, as the review above prove. First of all, it's proven, not prove. Second of all, this is not a review. How can you call this a review? You still haven't banished my worry. I'm afraid I have noticed that none of these games have been reviewed by Lucas White, which is exactly why these articles might actually be good, and that none of those games is developed by a known supporter of Gamergate. Yeah, the developer of Huniepop got mixed up into Gamergate, and they're a little supportive. They're supportive of Gamergate because they were attacked by anti-Gamergate, essentially, and because anti-Gamergate are a bunch of Puritans. Simply put, I think the review entered social justice white knight mode, exactly, when doing this review of this game. So exactly, yeah. So despite the fact that you've been giving proof that the writers this side don't give bad reviews to games that are politically correct. Some writers, not all writers, you idiot. You're going to cling to your assumptions simply because none of the developers of these games are Gamergate supporters, and it's incredibly petty of you. No, what you are saying is incredibly stupid. I'll simply stick to facts. Lucas White is a known social justice white knight. Exactly. I looked into his Twitter. I looked into his Twitter. You can literally go to his Twitter and you'll see what this person is saying. Just type Lucas White on Google. It will show you his Twitter account. And no, I do not condone any harassment against him. Do not harass the guy. Just, you can tell him what a fucking idiot he is, but do not harass him. You know that the former can't even think of the latter without lashing out. Exactly. So just words, just lash out when they think of Gamergate. And Huniepop, the developer of Huniepop, Huniepop is the developer of Huniepop, who is also known as Ryan Coons. That's his name. Is a known Gamergate. Plus, one could say that the political incorrectness of games like Litunia and Senran Kagura, I don't know how to pronounce that, is outweighed by the fact that there is an interesting plot behind all the fan service. That the sexual content is simply something that is put on top of a deeper story, which makes them less incorrect. Huniepop, on the other hand, has none of that. Its premise is just like, you're a loser, and the goddess of love does not like that, so this video is gonna help you get some booty. Nothing that can outweigh the lack of political correctness. Exactly! I'm to explain myself, however. There are other reviews of this game that stick to explaining the pros and cons of the game. I would suggest a review by US Gamer, if I remember correctly. was that the site. I don't know what the site is, but I'm gonna have it in the description below. You can check it out. I have the positive review. And it will be called, and above the link there will be positive review, with a positive review that's from like US Gamer or something. And then I'll have this review, which was the negative review in air quotes, probably, because it's not an actual review. And yeah, I'll have both of these reviews in the description below, because one of them is a review, the other is not a review. This one is not a review, excuse me, no. But yeah, let's move on. I need to explain myself, however. Yeah. Both the pros and the cons of the game. Not all of them are positive, but those that are not definitely don't give it a bad rap. This one does. And more importantly, don't frankly insult the potential player base. Exactly. Can you prove that Lucas White is a social justice white knight? Just look at his Twitter account. I want his membership number, because I don't have that name in my records. Can you prove that Huniepop is a gamergator? I've seen evidence of this. Huniepop has actually made tweets with the hashtag from time to time. Your made-up factions seem to lack the ability to be verified, unsurprisingly. Lack the ability to be verified, he verified it. At the very least, Huniepop is a supporter. He has been seen using the hashtag from time to time on Twitter. Exactly. As for Lucas White, his Twitter is full of the usual anti-gamergate nonsense that they are all well known for. Exactly. It's not a matter of membership. It's a matter of actions and intentions. And who dictates which actions and intentions are gamergate? You have no leader. Yeah, but everybody has an interpretation of gamergate, and this one's correct. This one exactly here, this one I'm gonna read now, is correct. I myself prefer to think gamergate not as a group without a leader, but as a creed. Yeah, it's a brotherhood, essentially. A brotherhood and a sisterhood of gamers who want something, you know? Who want good journalism, ethical journalism. So let's read. An ideology that currently doesn't have an organized party, and it will never have. I disagree with the notion that it's an ideology, but whatever. An ideology of advocating for ethics. Yep, gamergaters advocate for ethics. Not only video games journalism, but also development, marketing, and use. Exactly. More disclosure, more sincerity, more inclusivity, less bias, thinking with one's wallet, and zero harassment, no matter from which side it comes from. This is Gamergate, exactly. And when this person says zero harassment, no matter which side it comes from, because you see, later people are like, oh, it's just a bunch of a harassment campaign. The thing is, it's not a harassment campaign. Because in the hashtag, you will find people saying they're part of the anti-harassment patrol. These people they're part of the anti-harassment patrol, the Gamergate anti-harassment patrol. These people are literally there, searching the hashtag to see if there is any harassment. And when they find harassment, they report the user who made the harassment. That's what's going on. Which essentially disproves the whole, oh, Gamergaters are just a bunch of misogynists and harassers. And one who advocates for that is Gamergate in my eyes. Everybody else is sour apple. I disagree that everybody else is sour apple, but yeah. Everybody who believes these things advocates for Gamergate, pretty much. Even if they don't want to support Gamergate, I do consider them Gamergaters just because they do it, you know? Until a reasonable authority figure I can follow shows up to put some order to this mess, that's my personal Gamergate. Exactly. That's exactly Gamergate. You just described it perfectly, man. And for me, that's all that matters. Hopefully I won't have to wait too much, but hey, you never know. Alright, so. Well, I think as a group who hides behind the prejudice but actually wants to harass women and anyone else who opposes them, you are an idiot then. You're an absolute idiot. Seeing that all of us are sour apples and are not willing to give anybody a chance. And even if they clearly are not like that, like myself, that's what's wrong. Is that what you're saying? Maybe not at all, but certainly not enough to directly move into any sort of positive direction. The movement has a positive direction and has actually won. So, yeah, same thing with feminism, true, whatever. So, I don't give a shit, you know. I'm done. I'm done. You can read these by yourself, you can just